Hello, God bless. Lee Rice here in the portal of prayer. Very heavy rain forecast today, so it was quite heavy, but they adjusted it a little bit. So I found myself in a little situation because my replacement tent, the replacement didn't arrive for the faulty Nature Hike Vic 2 that started to come apart after 7 days. So I ordered a replacement, the Nature Hike Monga, which I had before, which also developed a problem really soon. So I ordered the replacement of that anyway, but it didn't arrive, and they said delayed, and it still didn't arrive. Anyway, long story short, the reserve tent I have isn't suitable for heavy rain, which is forecast through the night tonight and into, most of the day tomorrow. They're saying it's going to be like crazy in the morning. Super, super, super heavy rain. So I weighed up the options. I can't possibly sleep in the tent. I've slept in it before. The design is so bad that the water's going to get in. With super heavy rain, absolutely screwed. So I considered all possible alternative shelters. And this is where I'm going to sleep tonight, inside the self bar right here, which inspired the writing of the selfie bar, inspired by the words right there. It's a really good service, but that's the inspiration for a song I wrote called The Selfie Bar. So I considered all sheltered positions, spoke with friends, explained the situation, and with no shelter from the storm, as Bob Dylan said, I'm forced into a situation of I'll sleep right there, which my homeless pregnant sister, Tina, took a siesta in this position. So I'm going to sleep right there. I'm going to move in a minute. Under the circumstances of no shelter. The tent is a really bad design. It's I'm not going to mention the name, but it's a basic budget tent that's good in okay conditions, but really bad in bad conditions. Amazon have issued the refund, and to say to Amazon, if any of you see this, I'm super impressed with their customer services. Just bad luck that the package for the replacement didn't arrive and has been lost in transit. So I'm left in a situation of crazy heavy rain coming. As a writer of 93 songs on this street, and most of them exactly in that position right there. So I'm left without the shelter for tonight. And in the morning, they say on all channels, it's going to be crazy, crazy rain. I know the tent won't withstand it. Now I've ordered a replacement from the refunds, a Salowa tent, which is highly regarded. So from that arrival of that on Thursday, I'll be fully covered. And then this is what happened yesterday, and this is what happened today. First, I'll say some positives. I love Agrigento in many ways because, well, I've written 93 songs here. And I know many people in every direction. I can walk to see friends and take a cafe, even if I've got no money. Friends help me out with a beer, even if I've got no money. In 5 hours yesterday, 5 ore, 5 hours yesterday, even if I don't take my guitar out, I'm a writer of 93 songs on this street in the city tributed not just to Andrea Camilleri, to Luigi Pirandello too, which I heard some interesting information for what he said. Andrea Camilleri's just there, 70 meters away from my position. I sat next to him for thousands of photos and many, many hours watching the madness of the results. They come along, oh, selfie update, selfie update, selfie update, selfie update, selfie update, selfie update. And then they put umbrellas up, and then the same shit happened. I sat outside the gallery, yeah, and watched the insanity. They're coming up swapping screens. Oh, selfie update, and failed to recognize 5 artists sitting outside the gallery of Agrigento. Right there, as I've shared on other videos, I didn't just sit with multiple artists. I sat with homeless pregnant sister Tina too, and watched zero compassion. They gave 40 cents in 6 hours for a writer, plus homeless pregnant lady. As I just mentioned, she took a siesta, exhausted, right there, and left the city in fury saying, if I stay, they're killing me, they're killing me, they're killing me, I'm going to die. And they give 40 cents in 6 hours. So, take a breath. So, yesterday, the entirety of the adult society moving through the city, one single couple offered €2 in 5 hours. Today, I've sat here. I'll move into here for a minute to keep it more private. Today, I've sat in the street for 12 hours during heavy rain. Didn't play the entire day, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm a writer of 5 albums in that position where my backpack is right now. And only one single adult, my friend, who brings me food on a Sunday tomorrow, nearly every day. His 2 sons, oh Lee, your food's ready. Pasta meal and a beer. Every Sunday, nearly every Sunday since I've been here. So in 12 hours, as a writer of 93 songs on this street, Noventa Trey, it took 12 hours until one single adult out of 500, approximately, moving through the city. I was surprised the number, given the rain, with their umbrellas moving through the city. It's taken 12 hours today until my friend offered enough for me to take a cafe and a Coca-Cola in the morning, someone I know already, out of every single adult moving through the city. That's the result in 12 hours in Agrigento. For a writer sitting down in the shelter, right there, in 12 hours it took a friend to offer any compassion or empathy whatsoever. So imagine this scenario. I'm sitting there as a homeless brother instead, or sister, obviously I'm a man. So, in 12 hours, a writer can, tonight I am homeless, literally. So a writer can sit down for 12 hours in Agrigento, and it takes 12 hours until one single person says, do you need some bread? Do you need some water? Can I offer any assistance? And this is what's going on with the adult society. Not counting everyone I know many great people, but still in a crisis situation of nowhere to stay. In the city tributed to the writers, Andrea Camilleri, Luigi Pirandello, I'm forced into a situation with no shelter to sleep right there. And as I wrote in Where Have They Gone, what would Andrea Camilleri have to say about it all? What would Luigi Pirandello have to say about it all? And as I checked their text, they already did. So I'll sleep here tonight gladly. For every single writer, artist, poet, musician I've met that's had to suffer the insanity of the adult society, who just keep walking. They just keep walking. Would you like some assistance? Homeless brother or sister, begging brother or sister, can I offer some compassion? Could I offer a little bit of love or care or appreciation for music? No. Or art? No. Past every single writer, artist, poet, musician I've sat with in the city, they just keep walking. Past homeless sister Tina, and I go back much further than that. I go back to Arle's example, Alexandra, my homeless sister, who was bullied in the square. And I stayed partly to defend her, then got robbed. 28 songs in Arle's. And they did the same then, 3 years ago in Arle's. Just keep walking. Can I offer some compassion? Can I show any care or appreciation for music or art? No, 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 no. And what they do, like I've shared on many videos, they see the music or art and then check the ground. Or specifically look in the other direction, Elvis in the ghetto. They avoid contact with it. Oh, do you need some assistance, homeless sister? Could I offer some care or compassion? I can go back further than that. Homeless brother Dragon, my best friend in Split 5 years ago. Oh, you need some assistance? No, just keep walking. I slept in the same position as him at the harbour, at the docks, and just watched very, very, very closely. What do? They just keep walking. They just keep walking. Music, art? No, thanks. Not interested. Compassion? Not interested. Just keep walking. But here, and Cefalù too, and many other places, the insanity on top of that is they'll see the statue. They'll walk past, they'll see the statue. Here's one of the statues right here. They'll see the statue, do the symbol of the cross, and fail to recognize, with any compassion or care whatsoever, anything at all that is taking place right next to a statue. Check the statue, symbol of the cross. Keep walking. And that's exactly what I've witnessed here, Cefalù, Ribera, many other places too. The total decay of compassion and empathy in the adult society, the moving adult society, the total decay, the total loss of appreciation and care for music or art whatsoever. Not interested. Just keep walking. So even though I'm trapped in a position with no shelter, I'll say this again. For every single person, every single homeless brother and sister I've met, every single homeless begging brother and sister I've met in my journey, which are many, Alex from Germany with his dog Merlo, I sleep here tonight for you. For all the suffering you've had to endure, writers, artists, poets, musicians, homeless brothers and sisters, I'll sleep here tonight for you. I could go and put my tent up, but the rain's too heavy. I'll sleep here for you, for all the suffering the selfish adult society have caused to you in the last 10 years. God bless.